Hey everyone, Combo here, back with another Empires and Puzzles video, and today we are in Skyfire War. You all know the drill. I'm going to feature my 6 war flags with commentary, and as you can see from what is left on the board, we have a lot of Bernadette tanks. There are 16 total Bernadette tank teams, so I will be likely facing 3, 4, 5, maybe even 6. We're going to have to wait and see. Without further ado, let's get into my war flags. With my first team, we are going to go up against this Bernadette tank team. They've also got Fergian, Ragrim, Songjiang, and Stravia that is over on the right. Yeah, I am bringing a full Toon team, which will have a 75% chance to resist the painting from Bernadette. I've got 2 hard-hitting blues with Richard and Magni, who also do extra damage to red, of course. I've got Sartana, a hard-hitting sniper, and then Leonidas, another sniper, and also reduces mana. And of course, Vivica as my healer. The dragon that I am bringing in this time is Leafheart. I've got Leafheart at 3.70. So he deals 280 damage to all enemies, and then all allies heal 32% of the dealt normal damage for 5 turns, and he cleanses status ailments from all allies, which will be helpful if Songjiang silences anybody, although I've got the tunes, so they should resist it. All right, let's see how this first flag goes. I am going to start off with the 3 greens horizontally in the middle to set off that cascade of blues. And we might be able to kill Bernadette right away. I did get a critical hit, so the next blue tiles that I match in the middle won't do as much damage, but let's set them off, I think. I'm trying to see if I can match a blue diamond by moving up those blue tiles, but I don't see anything obvious. Yeah. I could match a blue dragon, actually, by matching the 3 purples up top and then the greens. Do I want to do that? No, it actually wouldn't match a blue dragon, because too many tiles would get moved up. And Bernadette is dead indeed. All right, very nice. All right, now that's going to make this battle a little bit easier. Let's match the 3 yellows ghosted, I think. Yeah. Nice. Now I can match that purple diamond or... So I've got a decision on who I want to attack next. I want to kill the left side first because I don't want to deal with the cat until the very end. So I am probably going to wait until after Ragrim goes off to use my other specials, although I've got this situation where I've got a purple diamond now. All right, let's reduce Ragrim's mana with Leonidas. I'm going to hold on to the yellow dragon, and I'm also going to hold on to my other 2 specials. Let's match these 3 blues, set off that cascade of the purple diamond. Why didn't I use Sartana? That was dumb. I meant to use her first. That was stupid. All right. Well, let's heal with Vivica and cleanse Magni. I don't think it's actually going to matter too much. We should be able to kill off Ragrim anyway. Yeah. And then let's use Magni. And I'm going to use Sartana on Fergian since she does extra damage to yellow. Perfect. Now, let's hold on to the dragon in case if I need to cleanse. I'm going to match the 3 blues here, though, and then I can go some purples. No, I cannot. Let's match the 4 yellows against Songjiang. And then let's hit the yellow dragon here, see what else I get. Fergian's dead, awesome. Now I can start hitting tiles over there. Songjiang's going to go off anyway, so let's match the 3 blues here. What is that effect the dragon just gave them? Oh, critical chance. Awesome. Alright, let's attack Sung Jiang. And then I'm just going to ghost tiles over on the left side over here. I do have a couple silenced, but I'm just going to ride it out, I think. Although I am going to ghost these blue tiles now. And the silence wore off anyway. I guess I should use my dragon at some point. Let's kill Sung Jiang, and then we've just got Stravia left. See how many times they revive this battle. Of course, they're going to start dodging stuff now. Cool. And Stravia is dead, and we are 1 for 1 to start off this war. With my second flag, we're going to go up against another Bearded tank team. They've also got Ruan Zhaoqi, Orker, Hreidmar, and Sun Ernieng. I've got 3 different colors of counters for Bearded with Oni Wakamoru, the Undispellable Taunt, Lord Loki to copy her special, Ceres for the Silencing and the Withering, and then Medea for the Shifting Miles attack. And then I've got Medea, or rather Diachant, in here as my healer. I just want to switch this troop over here real quick. That way, Oni Wakamoru will have a higher chance to resist the painting if Bernadette does go off and he has the taunt on him. And then the dragon that I'm bringing is Stargazer, and I've got Stargazer at 8 out of 10 for the assist skill because I don't have them fully ascended. They increase the mana of all allies by 16%, and all allies regenerate 220 health over 5 turns. Obviously, it's the mana increase, which is why Stargazer is so useful. And let's see how the second flag goes. Not a good board for blues. I think I'm going to start off with the 3 reds all the way on the left. That will set a cascade of the yellows. Or do I want to match the 3 purples? Yeah, I think I want to match the 3 purples to set the cascade of reds off, and then it's going to set another cascade of yellows afterwards. Alright, got some more blues, that's good. Actually, we're going to be able to match a blue diamond. I'm going to match these 3 yellows on the bottom right, and then match the blue diamond afterwards. We've got a couple options for blue diamonds. I don't want to set off Bernadette yet. So I think I'm going to match it the wide way. Yeah. Let's match it this way. That had the safest potential to not set off Bernadette. Alright, now I am going to use Oni Wakamoru. And then I think I'm going to hit the blue diamond right now, right away. Because that will give me Lord Loki's special, and then I can copy Bernadette. Orker's going to go off, but that's okay. Let's copy Bernadette now. And then I'm going to match the 3 greens up top to set a cascade of the reds. And then some yellows underneath, then actually some more greens, some other stuff hopefully too. Alright, let's match these 3 reds. That should give me Ceres. Good. Now, I'm going to wait to use Ceres a turn, I think. Or actually, if I use Ceres now, it's going to silence everybody. Although, there is the potential that one of the War of Three Kingdoms or Outlaws of Ling Shan family can cleanse. So I'm going to wait a turn until I get Medea also. Alright, let's use Dia-chan. And then I'm going to match the 3 blue, or 3 yellows actually, up against Ronzoki. I want Bernadette's mana to be a little bit more. I can't really tell if she's at 50% or not, but she should be after the next turn. And then we can use Ceres, and then I'm going to use Medea on the middle. Alright, let's use Ceres. Unfortunately, he's only going to hit a couple because of the way I played that. Alright, so we've got some silencing. Let's use Medea on the middle now. And then let's match these 3 reds. Actually, let's match the blues over here. Should have held on to Oni Wakamaru. That was dumb. Let's match the 3 reds here. How many more turns is the Shifting Violence attack for? 2 more turns, and the silence is for 3. Alright, let's hit this blue dragon. That will give me Oni Wakamaru. I'm going to need 1 more tile for Lord Loki. Now let's use Oni now. Then I'm going to match these reds and purples on the bottom right here. And Stargazer is going to give me enough mana to copy Bernadette special. Let's use Stargazer. And then let's copy Bernadette. I'm going to use Ceres. Actually, I'm going to wait a couple turns. I do need to get this battle moving a little bit, though. I should have used Ceres because I didn't realize that Ronzoki had his monk class. Let's use Ceres now. Definitely need to get this battle moving. Let's use Medea on the left. That should kill Bernadette. And Ronzoki is dead as well now. Nice. Let's see if we can kill Orker. Nice. Ghost these blue tiles. And I'm going to wait to copy a special until after the Shifting Violence attack wears off, I think. I mean, I guess I could just copy Sooner Niang or... yeah. And Sooner Niang is dead as well, and we are 2 for 2 to start off this war against Bernadette's. Nice. With my third flag, we're going to take a little bit of a break from Bernadette tanks because I just got back from a pre-Thanksgiving party and had a little bit to drink. So the rest of this war video is going to be maybe a little different than the first two flags. But we're going to go up against this Region tank team. They've also got Astrid, Hogni, and Nithgeist, and Thrivaldi. I've got my Rat Grub team here with him, Cleopatra, Lablub, and Rohan Zalki. Ideally, I want to get all four of those yellow specials off at the same time. I've also got Costume Toxicandra as a healer and cleanser in case if Region does go off before my yellows. I've got Rohan Zalki, who is a dispeller in case if Nithgeist goes off. I've got Lablub, who removes minions, although nobody on this team has minions. And then Cleopatra as a strong cleanser and cleanser as well. All right, let's see how this next flag goes. All right, not the best of boards for yellows, but we'll start off with the 4 greens on the top. No, let's start off with the 3 yellows on the right. Because if I match those 4 greens, it's going to mess up the yellows on the right. Nice cascading with some more yellows. Now let's match those 4 greens. All right, now I think I want to match the 3 blues vertically in the middle so that I can match 3 greens the following turn. Toxicandra gets her special in 3 tiles, or rather 7 tiles. But now I think I want to match the 3 yellows before those get separated. Yeah, let's match the 3 yellows first. Now let's match those 3 greens and purples together. That will give me Toxicandra so that I can heal and cleanse the next turn. Give me another yellow, damn it. Alright, let's use Toxicandra. I'm going to hold on to Rohan Zalki until I can get another yellow special. I'm going to match the 3 blues vertically. Move that 1 yellow tile over. If I can get a yellow in any of those 3 spots, then I'll be okay to get another set of yellow tiles. That didn't work, obviously. All right. Let's match the 3 purples. Same thing here. Give me a yellow tile, please. Thank you. Not what I wanted. Fuck. I'm going to be able to get my yellow tiles. It's just going to take me longer, which is unfortunate. Let's match the 3 reds over here. Then I can match the yellows next turn. Hopefully everybody's still alive. I've got Lablub now too, but I really need to get everybody's specials together with Rat Grub first. I think I might use Rohan Zalki first though here to at least dispel so that I don't have the counterattack. That's quite the cascade. And Region is dead. That actually kind of worked out. All right, let's use Rat Grub first and then Toxicandra. And let's use Lablub and then Cleopatra and see what's left for everybody. And everybody is dead. All right, that worked out okay. And we are 3 for 3 now. With my next flag, I clicked the button a little too early, but I've got 4 reds and Oni Wakamaru. I've got Oni Wakamaru for the Undispellable Taunt, Damon, who makes it so that one enemy cannot cast any status effects for 3 turns. Yukona makes it so that him and nearby allies cannot get their buffs dispelled for 3 turns, which helps with Revenant's Reflect. All right, let's see what kind of magic I can work with this shit board here. I'm going to start off with the blues and greens on the bottom, I think. Yeah. Give me a blue somewhere. All right, that'll do. All right, you can stop cascading, please, now. Thank you. All right, I am going to use Oni Wakamaru. And then I'm going to match the 3 reds horizontally in the middle to set off that cascade of purples. Alright. Baronet's going to go off. It's only going to hit Oni. And he resisted with the monk class. Even better. Now, let's match these 4 yellows in the middle. Nice cascade of a red diamond. And that red diamond's going off. Bernadette is dead. Even better. Ragrim did not die, unfortunately. Everybody's health is back up. And they've got that attack and defense growth. Okay. Let's start off with the dragon. And then I'm going to hit Song Jiang, I think, with Damon. You know what? I think I want to kill Ragrim. I want to take away the healing aspect. So let's hit him with Damon first. And then let's use you, Conan. I'm going to use Revna and then Marjana on Ragrim. Now let's use Oniwakamaru. That way, when Song Jian goes off, it only goes to Oni. Although I've got the reflect anyway, so that wouldn't have really mattered. Let's match these 3 purple, see if I can get a red underneath somewhere. Nice. Now I can go 3 reds, which will give me my red specials back. Let's attack Fergiant with Damon. And let's use Conan. And, of course, Fergiant evaded twice. Man. Let's match these 3 purples up the middle. Fergiant's going to go off anyway, so let's match these 5 blues. Nice cascade with the reds. Kill Fergiant. Nice. Alright, let's use Oniwakamaru. And then I'm going to hit the blue diamond and do some tile dumping. Let's match these 3 greens. See if I can get a red somewhere. Nice. Let's match the 3 reds this way. That might kill Song Jiang. Not quite. Let's use you, Conan, first. Revna. And then Damon and Marjana on the cat, and they are dead. All right. We are 4 for 4 now. With my next flag, we're going to go up against a Charmion tank team. They've also got Galapagos, Sharif, Dueler and Verdicts. I've got 4 strong blues here and Kushanku, who gets his mindless attack special in just 5 tiles. Orca as a healer, Sable as a reviver, Wusong and Song Jiang as some hard hitters. All right, let's see how this 5th flag goes. All right, nice board to start. I am going to start off with the 3 reds up top so that I can match 4 blues together the next turn. Actually, we got a blue diamond, even better. We're going to hit that blue diamond and see if we can kill Charmion right off the bat. Not quite, but we should be able to kill her with these specials here. Let's use Orca first. And then I'm going to use Wusong on Charmion, since he will hit 3 if the main target is red. And then we'll use Sung Jing on the left. And I actually don't know why a Mega Minion did not spawn on the 2 targets next to Charmion. I'm gonna have to look at that afterwards. If anybody knows why that didn't happen, definitely let me know. But things are starting off pretty good here. I am gonna hold on to Sable. Let's match these yellows to set off the cascade of greens and purples. Nice cascade with the blues. Dueler Fuller is gonna go off. That's okay. Let's use our blue dragon. And I'm going to use Sable now so that I can cleanse. Let's match these 3 greens so I can match some yellows next turn. Let's match... I really don't have any good ghosting options. I don't want to match those blues right now. Actually, you know what? I think I do want to match those blues. That might kill Dueler Filler. Perfect. That worked out great. Let's use Wusong. Actually, let's use Orca first. That way I get the heal and the growth. Then let's use Wusong to dispel. And Galapagos already dead. Let's use Sung Jiang on Vernix. That did a lot of damage. 2,816 damage. Holy shit. Alright. And that was just a blue on a blue. We did get a critical hit, obviously. Vernix is silenced. Let's match the 3 greens here. Match these yellows here. That's going to give me Kushanku's second charge. I'm waiting for Vernix to come out of the silence before I use Kushanku. Let's use him now. How many times are you going to revive today, Verdicts? Again, alright. Let's ghost these blues. That'll give me Sung Jiang back. Match these blues over here. Not gonna die this time either. Let's use Kushanku. See if I can get a blue tile. Nice. Die. All right. We are 5 for 5 now. 1 flag left. With my last flag, we're going to go up against a Ceres tank team. They've also got Grendel's mother. They've got Freyawaru, Fafnir, and Sable. I've got possibly my new favorite team here with Zestique, who makes it so that Bernadette gets her special in just 9 tiles. I've got Kagan as well. Although, because they've got so many greens in here, let's bring in Toon Kagan so that he does extra damage to greens. Then I've also got Ragrim and Thalassa as healers. Although, actually, in case of Ceres does go off a bunch of times, I'm going to replace Thalassa with Rosalind, who has the guard rally that removes wither effects. Where are you, Rosalind? Here we go. Let's just put the cleric troop on you. Actually, while we're at it, let's put the defensive druid troop on Ragrim. And they've also got Sable as a reviver, and I think I am going to roll with this. Yeah, because Rosalind's Mega Minion also safely cleanses at the end of each turn also, in case if Ceres does go off with that silence. All right, nice board to start with these reds, and we're going to be able to get our red tiles very early. Let's start off with the 3 reds on the very bottom. Now let's start off with the 3 reds on the left against Grendel's mother. Now I could match the 4 reds, but I think I'm just going to match the 3 reds on the bottom left. That's going to have the lowest probability of a cascade, and that's all I need to get to Steak, which will give me the specials for both Bernadette and Kagan, which is going to drastically change this battle. All right, let's use Bernadette first. Bernadette in 9 tiles as basically an average speed hero is so dangerous. Ceres did avoid it because they probably have a monk troop, which gives a 10% chance to resist an ailment. All right, let's start off with Kagan on this right side. That way it hits Sable the Reviver. That was a lot of damage here. All right, let's match these 4 reds now, see if that's enough to kill Ceres. Nice. Now, let's match the... Or let's use the red dragon first. And then I'm going to match the 4 greens, rather, to set up that cascade of red. Sable is dead already from that dragon. Awesome. This battle is going extremely smooth. Let's use Ragrim. Or, not my turn yet. Just kidding. Let's use Ragrim, Kagan, Zystique, and then that's going to give me Bernadette special again. Just kidding. We didn't need to use Zystique. That ended the battle, and we finished 6 for 6. Honestly, very strong war, and the Alliance is doing extremely well. Our opponents have 6,001 points with 7 flags left. We've got 6,239 with 31 flags left. So we've got 24 flags left, and or rather 24 flag advantage, and like a 238 point advantage based on my quick math. So we are definitely going to win this war. Very strong war this time around in Skyfire. From a ranking perspective, I am actually on top. We went 3 for 3 against Bernadette tanks and 6 for 6 overall. Very happy with how this war went. Let me know how your Skyfire war went, and that is going to do it for today's video. I hope you did enjoy or found it helpful. If you did, hit that like button. Make sure you sub to my channel, and I'll catch you guys next time.